Let's go! Let's go! 4-1. Like we said. All that stress. All that stress to close out Game 5. But give credit where credit due. The Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert, they did their very best. They did their very best to make this a series. And so absolutely shout out to them, y'all. Great series on their part. Anthony Edwards, a future superstar, future MVP level player. No doubt, 1,000%. I'm going to go ahead and get that off the way. We're going to show respect. Chris Finch, all that. Give them their respect. AC, they did the best they could with their season, and they took care of business on their end. But the Denver Nuggets are here with lofty expectations and lofty goals, and that is just one round down. The Denver Nuggets clinch the series with the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games after predicting they would clinch the series in 5 games. And we got to talk about a host of players who contributed to this win, a host of players who made this win possible in such a gigantic way. And you saw over the course of this series, the Denver Nuggets can win by leading by 29. They can win by winning by double digits, and they can win down the stretch of a game when the other team is playing elite level defense and the Nuggets have to turn up and play elite level defense themselves. Shout out to everybody that played tonight. This was an incredible game, a back and forth performance. Y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, lock in. This is going to be a great week of content, getting ready for the next round. And we'll see. Phoenix Suns, LA Clippers. We'll see what happens, y'all. But y'all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Tell everybody where you like getting your favorite Denver Nuggets and NBA content here on the platform. We're on the way to 10,000. And y'all, we got to give some major shout outs tonight. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP, Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Jeff Green. Every single one of them contributed to this win today, and every single one of them deserves their flowers for what they did. But I'm going to start off with the man in his first series back from an ACL injury, in his first series having to come back from a devastating injury, missing the last 2 playoff runs. Tonight, in a closeout game, Jamal Murray plays 41 points, 41 minutes. He has 35 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 12 of 23 from the field, 5 of 9 from the three-point line, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Now, he finishes the game a -5. But he does everything and anything he is supposed to do. His shot making was incredible. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was allowed to play physical and aggressive with him the entire game. The entire game, Nickeil Alexander-Walker was able to be physical with him. And the refs weren't giving him those whistles except when he made it really blatant on trying to split the double team or trying to make sure he's creating contact, whatever. But Jamal Murray was excellent tonight. The step-back three-pointers tonight, the pull-up three-pointers tonight. He was hitting his mid-range shots tonight. He got to the rim. Jamal Murray was 7 of 14, y'all. 7 of 14 from the two-point range, including getting to the rim and hitting some crazy mid-range shots. I'm telling you. Jamal Murray is showing the world that what he thought that he was and what he showed us to be in the bubble, that's who he is. That's who he is. When he has an opportunity to show his play and elevate his play in a playoff setting, Jamal Murray has proven time and time again that he can do it and that he can get it done. And so I am so encouraged by what I saw from Jamal Murray tonight. Jamal Murray was playing so free, so loose. And again, Nickeil Alexander-Walker had done a very good job versus Jamal on the entirety of the series when he had played. because 2 of these games that Jamal played in that he started, he didn't have the most efficient game of the series at all. But tonight, he was able to take advantage of the opportunities in front of him. And because the MVP of the NBA was having a bad shooting night, he had to step up and get it done. And y'all, he very much did. Jamal Murray was incredible tonight. Like, his ability to affect the game in so many ways. He's gotten so good as a passer. He's a much better decision-maker and playmaker than he used to be. But Jamal, he had his mishaps today, had a couple turnovers, especially one that he threw over his shoulder that Jeff Green, I think, ended up getting a really crazy block on. But, Jamal Murray he was great tonight, man. Like, I think a lot of this comes down to they have been down on the Nuggets because they've been down on Jamal because they think that Jamal is not good enough to be a number 2 option. But I'm telling you that right now, dude, like Jamal's ability to be a tough shot maker, his ability to because what happened was in the first quarter, Anthony Edwards hit a turnaround jumper over Jamal. It was a great shot by Ant. And Ant, they went into the timeout. Ant was looking at Jamal, basically telling him that he couldn't guard him. And he was yelling him down, and he was staring him down. Now, y'all know how Jamal Murray is wired. Now, the thing is, you can leave Jamal alone, and Jamal will more than likely just be like, all right, bet, good shot, keep it moving. But if you start chirping at Jamal is not a front runner. He's never been a front runner at all. Jamal Murray is going to meet your energy. Whatever energy you put out, he's going to match it. Again, the Celtics game with Kyrie Irving and Marcus Smart, 48 points. The game versus the Lakers back in 2017 where he dribbled by Lonzo Ball. This is who he's been. You go into the bubble versus Kawhi Leonard and Paul George versus Anthony Davis and LeBron James versus Donovan Mitchell when he has to meet him point for point. That's who Jamal is. That's who he's continued to be. So if you talk mess to Jamal, then know that you're waking up a sleeping dragon. And that's exactly what happened tonight, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. Jamal Murray in this series, I'll put all these stats out on my page. Jamal Murray in this series, in 5 games, 27.2 points a game, 6.4 assists per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, 1 steal per game, 47% from field, 43% from 3, 91% from the line. And he was a plus 20 in the 5 games. And again, this is versus Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards, and Rudy Gobert. That is a very good defensive trio. Very good defensive trio. Jamal Murray going to go against CP3, Devin Booker, Josh Okogie, Torrey Craig, and DeAndre Ayton, more than likely in the next series. I think Jamal's going to have an even better series, but we will talk about that tomorrow because we got a lot to get to after we see tonight's results if the Suns are able to close out this game. But, y'all, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. Look what Jamal Murray was able to do in the playoffs in his first playoff back. That's incredible. And you can't be anything but encouraged by that performance. It's so incredible that he was able to play as well as he was, that his shot making was as good as it was. And again, this is not easy competition. It's not easy competition at all. Look, man, I'm just glad that we have got a chance to see for the world that if you give the Denver Nuggets a healthy Jamal Murray, he has an element to their game that they have not had since the bubble. And if Joker does have an off shooting night, because people, as much as you want to talk about his shooting, that was bad, like Kobe Bryant, Game 7 level bad. That was horrible. But you'll never see that again from Nikola Jokic. That's just facts. But what you will see is that tonight he was an elite rebounder and changed the game with his rebounding. He was an elite playmaker, changed the game with his playmaking. And Jamal Murray, when you have somebody on your team like Jamal, if Jokic, the MVP, best player in the NBA, as I've told y'all for over a year now, if he's having a struggle like that, you got Jamal. And Jamal will put up this kind of performance. Yo, he was incredible tonight. 35. 4 and 5 on 12 of 23 5 of 9, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And you look at his series splits, incredible. Incredible. So I, for one, am extremely encouraged with the way that Jamal has played. I think that there's so much in the tank for him. And this the great thing about this, now the Nuggets have at least 3 days off. At least 3 days off before the next game. Jamal can get some rest. Jamal can ice his body, ice his ankle that he kind of rolled on today when Nickeil Alexander-Walker tripped him. He can ice his body a little bit, and you can get ready because you're going to have more than likely a dogfight coming up in the next round. More than likely a dogfight's coming up in the next round. And right now, the Suns are leading the completely hurt Clippers team by 15 points with 8 minutes left. You get no Kawhi, no Paul George. Devin Booker has 41, 6 and 8. Durant has 27, 6 and 4. And again, there's nobody on the other side of the court. So, we'll see how that ends up ending for them. But more than likely, it looks like it's going to be the Phoenix Suns. And I expect this Jamal Murray to show up and show out. This is going to be an absolute great series for him. Again, y'all, Jamal Murray, 27, 6 and 6, basically, in the first round. You really can't ask for more than that. I mean, that's arguably his best all-around series he's had. Outside of the Utah Jazz series, you can say that. But tonight, let's get to the other guy. Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic tonight. Again, just honest conversation. He had 42 minutes played, 28 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists, 8 of 29 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 2 blocks, 2 steals. He was a +3 tonight. 28, 17, 12, 8 of 29, 3 of 8, 9 of 10, 2 blocks, 2 steals. The funny thing about this is that this is the worst shooting game from Nikola Jokic that I've ever seen. Like, I literally cannot remember a worse shooting game, and yet he was still the best player on the court, arguably. And then on top of that, his playmaking was asinine tonight. Like, people didn't give Rudy Gobert enough credit for what he has done throughout the course of this series. Like, Jokic was shooting over 50. I think he was shooting 57% prior to tonight, and now he's going to end the series shooting 48% from the field. So, again, it goes to show you Rudy played really good defense. Really good defense. But this is Jokic in this series. First series with Jamal Murray back, 26.2 points a game, 12.4 rebounds, 9 assists in this series. He shot 48.5% from the field, 50% from 3, and only 71% from the line. And he was a +17 in the series. So, again, I'm going to argue this is the worst series you're going to see from Joker, given the context of who was surrounding him. Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, Kyle Anderson, Taurean Prince, and then Anthony Edwards and Nickeil Alexander. They were making it extremely difficult, as difficult as they could. And yet Joker still gave you 26, 12, and 9. So people can say that he had a bad game, and I'll agree he had a bad shooting game. But Joker also had 2 steals and 2 blocks in this game. He had 2 steals and 2 blocks in this game. So people asked for defensive plays. He had winning defensive plays. People asked for him to have elite clutch execution, and he had elite clutch execution tonight. Because he had and one over multiple people. And he was contesting at the paint. He was battling inside, and he didn't shoot well. So I think for me, if I've ever seen Joker do this, I would say, like, oh, man, you can't have this again. But I know Joker won't do this again. I can't even think that he shot the ball 29 times, and I don't remember the last time he did that and shot less than 50%. So I think people rightly complain about the shooting. But on top of that, if you're going to complain about the shooting, make sure you bring up the rebounding and make sure you bring up the playmaking and make sure you bring up the 2 blocks and 2 steals. Make sure you bring that up. That's all I'm saying. So Joker, really, you could just kind of tell, bro, like at one point in time in the game, he just was fading a lot on his mid-range shots. He was fading a lot on his mid-range shots. And I don't know why. I have no idea why he was fading so much. Let me see if I can find his shot chart from his last game. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think that's ready yet. I'll put it up tomorrow for y'all so y'all can see what it looked like. But again, a lot of these missed shots, almost all of them were in the mid-range. I don't think he made a mid-range shot. I don't think he made a mid-range shot this entire game, bro. It was bad. But then he was making layups. He was getting putbacks, and then he shot relatively well, 37.5% from the three-point line tonight. So, yeah, Joker had a bad shooting game. But once again, this is the thing about Joker. If he has a bad shooting night, which is never, which I think he has now. I think this, including the regular season, I think this is his 5th game or 4th game shooting under 50% the entire year. So I think a lot of this comes down to this, that he had a bad shooting game, but then he was the best rebounder on the court, and then he was also by far the best playmaker on the court, and he made good defensive plays too. Now, Anthony Edwards was challenging everybody at the rim today, and he did what he was supposed to do. That's what Ant does. Rudy Gobert had a really good game today as well. But again, people kept acting like Rudy Gobert has been just awful this series. But that's just because a lot of people are casuals mostly about the game, and they don't like Rudy Gobert's game because he doesn't have a bag. But the dude, did incredible defensively today. And then on top of that, man, he took advantage of that short pick and roll often today. So again, not a great shooting game from Joker. You definitely want to see better from Joker, but I think they will have better from Joker. But I also don't think he's ever going to shoot like that for the rest of this playoff run, and especially versus the defense that he's about to see. So once again, that's a shout out to Rudy Gobert. And I think people just need to leave it at that. Rudy was incredible, and I'm going to give him the credit where credit is due tonight. Let me see. Trying to pull up these deep, y'all, so y'all can see all the information on the game today from Cleaning the Glass. But let me know in the comment section what you think. What did you think about Joker's shooting performance today? Did you think it was a good game? Did you think it was a bad game? I mean, personally, I thought he played pretty well. I think people just are not used to seeing him not shoot well. And so that affected a lot of people's mentality and how they viewed the game. Here you go. So here's Cleaning the Glass. For Cleaning the Glass, the Denver Nuggets had a 119 offensive rating. The Minnesota Timberwolves had a 116 offensive rating. Accuracy. The Denver Nuggets shot 71% at the rim today. They have consistently shot better at the rim. And then they also shot 69.6% at the rim today. The Nuggets only had 17 shots at the rim. The Wolves had 23. The Nuggets shot 10 of 34 from mid-range. Joker basically accounts for about 8 of these misses. 8 of those, probably. The Minnesota Timberwolves shot 17 of 25 from mid-range. The Nuggets only shot 12 of 34 from 3, which equals out to 35%. They shot 35% from 3. The Wolves shot 24. The Nuggets had a bad half-court offense today, 95.5. Again, that's why Jokic shooting that bad. That's what you see. Minnesota had a 106.1. That's not great either. Transition. The Minnesota Timberwolves were horrible in transition. And then the Nuggets were a plus in transition for the most of this. They were a 1.7.7 off transition rating today. The Minnesota Timberwolves were 86.7. But off of steals, they had a 128.6. When the Nuggets turned the ball over, the Timberwolves were scoring at a crazy rate. But if they got a live rebound, if the Nuggets could get a stop, then they were scoring. Again, a 125.0 offensive rating for every stop they would get. So what this shows you is that when the Nuggets turned the ball over, the Wolves cooked them. When the Nuggets got a stop, they cooked the Wolves. That's basically how the game went. And you saw a lot of that tonight. So, again, not a great shooting game, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Shout out to Joker with a Kobe Bryant level of efficiency in a final series. So if that's what it takes to get to a final, to win a final, then let's do it. Michael Porter Jr. tonight, by the way, did not make a shot in the first half. He ends the game with 8 points, 10 rebounds, 0 assists, 3 of 10, 2 of 7, and 2 steals. By the way, he was a +9 He led the Denver Nuggets starters in plus minus. He led the entire team in plus minus. So there's something that correlates between Michael Porter Jr. and winning basketball. So Michael Porter Jr. didn't hit his shots, but he did have a great contest at the rim on Rudy Gobert. They tried to throw him another alley-oop. Again, Rudy Gobert tonight, y'all, had 16 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 of 6 from the field, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. He was a +2. So really good game from him. Michael Porter Jr. was able to get a stop there, hit 2 clutch threes in the fourth quarter as well. Aaron Gordon tonight, 34 minutes, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, but 6 of 7 from the free throw line. 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and he was also a -3. I need to look something up, y'all. I need to look something up because Aaron Gordon, I feel like, shot incredible from the free throw line. So AG, again, y'all, relative to his role, not bad at all. Aaron Gordon night. Aaron Gordon in the series averaged 13.4 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. He shot 50% from the field, 33% from 3. But look at this, 89.5% from the free throw line, and he was a +22. 89.5% from the free throw line. And these points mattered. These points mattered today. They won because of his free throw shooting today when he went 6 of 7. Those points are humongous. Humongous. That is such a big deal that Aaron Gordon was not a liability at the free throw line in this series. So shout out to Aaron Gordon for taking that personally and playing as well as he did. Contavious Caldwell-Pope only 26 minutes tonight. 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He was a -6, had played really good defense at times. Off the bench, Bruce Brown, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 30 minutes. 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, y'all. The Denver Nuggets shot 32 of 36 from the free throw line, and they were 89%, and that's what won them the game. 8 for 8 from the free throw line for Bruce Brown. 1 steal, a +8 in 30 minutes. Game-changing. Jeff Green, 19 minutes, 1 rebound, no points, no assists. He was a +2 tonight with 1 block and 1 steal. Played good defense for majority tonight. Christian Brown, 10 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 of 1 from 3. He was a +7. The bench was a +8, +2, +7, and he won by 3. So when your starters are struggling, you need your bench to play well. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets only shot 40% from the field. Again, Joker, 8 of 29. 40% from the field on 34 of 85. The Wolves shot 51% from the field, 41 of 81 rather. The Nuggets shot 35% from 3 on 12 of 34. The Wolves shot 24% on 8 of 33. And then the Nuggets had 12 turnovers to the Wolves 14. The Nuggets only had 22 assists tonight. Really bad for the Nuggets. 24 assists for the Wolves. Nuggets won the rebounding battle. Gigantic rebounding battle edge. 40 rebounds and 8 offensive rebounds for the Wolves. 47 rebounds and 16 offensive rebounds for the Nuggets. That's how you win the game. 4 blocks for the Wolves, 3 blocks for the Nuggets, 9 steals for the Wolves, 10 steals for the Nuggets, 27 personal fouls on the Wolves, 21 for the Nuggets, and 1 technical foul on the Wolves. And again, the key difference, the Wolves were 76% from the line on 19 of 25. The Nuggets were 32 of 36 from the line, 89%. And that is your game. That is your game, y'all. The Denver Nuggets, they win the series 4-1. Now, I predicted that they would. But y'all, that's a big deal. The Denver Nuggets, for the first time in the Michael Malone era, they were able to win a series. They were able to win a series in which they did not have to play 6 games. That's incredible. They were able to win a series in which they did not have to play 6 games. So you get rest. You get to get everybody, all the nicks and bruises and all that. You get to take care of those. And you get to watch film. You get to learn about the other team. Because, again, it might be the Suns. Because the Suns, I think, as some of y'all said, are winning by 3 right now. So we'll see how that ends up for that Suns and Clippers game. And then we also have a super chat as well. Let me see if I can find this. Get this super chat. Get this super chat. Get this super chat. So again, y'all, like these 3 days are going to be huge. These 3 days are going to be really big. And so I'm really encouraged by the fact that the Nuggets were able to take care of business and close it out in a short series. Like, that is big time, because you don't want to be one of those teams that has to go into a long, drawn-out series. Oh, hey, the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are now in a 6-game series with the Hawks, who are going back to Atlanta, by the way. The Bucks are down 3-1 to the Miami Heat. The Memphis Grizzlies, the 2 seed, they're down 3-1 to the Lakers. The Kings, 3 seed, are tied 2-2 with the Golden State Warriors. You don't want to play around with your food. And even Joel Embiid, the Sixers swept. Joel Embiid got hurt, has a sprained LCL, and is questionable for game 1. So you want to get out of series fast. That way you can take care of your business. Shout out to Basil Carpenter Jr. with the super chat. Swipa Cam wins the first game versus the Suns, probably Saturday. If the Suns win tonight, which they are currently only up 3 points with 1:58 left. If the Suns win tonight, the game will start on the 29th, I believe. If the Suns lose tonight, I believe the game will start on the 1st. So let's hope that the Clippers can get this dub, y'all. But Swipa gang, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, tell where everybody you like to get your favorite Denver Nuggets and NBA content, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all before the series started for the playoff part, special gang, y'all. It's gonna be big, great content coming out this week, y'all. Hey, I will catch y'all on the other side. The Denver Nuggets win 4-2-1. Keep it rolling, y'all.